says he's going to hit the ground with hopes of resonating with voters, but the ball remains in their court as they decide whether Boleg will stay in or whether Fox could win it all. Jose Etienne, Eyewitness News.
Well, less than 24 hours after Rick Fox received the nod for the Garden Hill seat for the Free National Movement, rumors began on social media, online posts suggesting that the Free National Movement's Garden Hills Constituency Association had stepped down as a result. This afternoon, Eyewitness News, speaking with the association's executive team, the chair, D'Angelo Ferguson, addressed those rumors.
The post that is being circulated, that is so far from the truth. There has been no resignation from the Garden Hills Constituency Association.
Questions have been raised about Fox's connection to the area since the announcement. Ferguson says the association fully supports Fox, stressing that their main objective is to ensure a win for the party.
Yeah. So the first step is to have a meeting with our newly elected candidate, Mr. Rick Fox. And then the next step is to, go door to door, visit every single home in the Garden Hills Association or Constituency Association to ensure that they know that the association is on board.
Meantime, the Free National Movement making official reports of Dr. Andre Rollins' return to frontline politics, but it's the flip of the coin for the Long Island candidate's longtime ally. Our Devontae Hanna has the rundown.
Tonight, deja vu for political allies. This as Dr. Andre Rollins received the Free National Movement's nomination for Long Island last night, beginning a new chapter in his storied history in politics. But he's doing so without his friend, Renwood Wells, who was denied an FEB nod in this year's election. But after years in and out of the political spotlight, Rollins revealing the Bears still remain close.
I don't think Renwood Wells' political career is over. I think that Renwood Wells still has a lot to offer. I have been in communication with Mr. Wells, and I hope to continue to work with Mr. Wells. I hope Mr. Wells will be working with the Free National Movement.
The two began their political journeys in 2008 with the National Development Party before Rollins resigned after a failed attempt at the Elizabeth seat in the 2010 by-election, only securing 49 votes. Rollins was reportedly courted by both the Free National Movement and Progressive Liberal Party, and by February 2011, he along with Wells were members of the PLP. By 2012, both men were on the party's ticket, Rollins in Fort Charlotte and Wells in Bamboo Town. It was there that Rollins openly criticized the PLP and his then leader, former Prime Minister Perry Christie. Rollins even getting a slap on the face from the FNM deputy leader Loretta Butler Turner in a June 2013 sitting of the House of Assembly. Wells, on the other hand, was embroiled in a letter of intent controversy concerning Stellar Energy Bahamas. But by mid-2015, their conviction that led them to the PLP pushed them into the arms of the former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, ending months of contention. It would not be the fairy tale continuation for the two, though, as only Wells would receive an FNM nomination. Rollins was then ousted. It came as Rollins openly criticized a rising Minnis in the lead-up to the 2017 general election, statements that seemingly still linger for the now former Prime Minister.
I reserve comments for Rollins. Rollins don't like me. That's a fact. That's all I'd say for now.
Now purportedly more politically settled, Rollins admitting his actions led to his forceful push out of the political limelight.
I never really wanted to leave. But fate would have it that I needed to take time away. That was determined for me. Even though my political career at that time came to a halt, I still did my best to help Mr. Wells win in 2017. Why? Because again, it's not about me.
Wells now facing the same coin, just on a different side. This after he was denied the FNM nod in Bamboo Town, which was given to the party chairman, Dr. Dwayne Sands. But Wells has maintained he plans to run in the 2026 general election. Rollins is remaining optimistic about the pair's future.
And I hope to continue to work with Mr. Wells. I hope Mr. Wells will be working with the Free National Movement in this next election. And if there's anything that I can do to assure that, I will.
Pinta sharing the same sentiment, while Wells has remained tight-lipped on his next move. For now, the floor-crossing political allies report they will support each other no matter what. Devontae Hanna, Eyewitness News.
Meantime, PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell asserting tonight that his party remains united and is gearing up to secure the next general election. This as he sought to quash talks about disunity in the party that emerged after the governing party completed its slate, leaving other political hopefuls disappointed with the outcome. Now, in some cases, there seemed to be discord with a few branches. Mitchell, however, says it's all a part of the process.
I don't think there were any excessive tensions or anything. As I said, my view about these things is this is normal sort of jockeying for power. It's emotional, so sometimes words get said that you might not ordinarily say, but I don't think people really mean that deep down in their hearts. Everybody's gone out into their constituencies now with marching orders to get themselves organized, because we've got a campaign to fight. We've got a case to make. As I said, it's a reasonable case, and I think it's a case where people are going to consider, on the balance of probabilities, the Progressive Liberal Party is the better option for the continued governance of the country.
While the Progressive Liberal Party's stronghold, Englerston, now shaping up to be a four-way race, Ali McIntosh, leader of the Bahamas Constitution Party, confirming that she too will be making a bid for that seat. McIntosh previously contested the Englerston seat in 2012. She says her deep ties in the community are fueling this next go-round as she hopes to empower those within the area.
What I want to do in regards to coming back to Englerston, I did contest the seat in 2012, is that we've had representation for many, many years by the Progressive Liberal Party, and yet some of the very concerns that has always been in Englerston is still in Englerston. We believe there's need for empowerment. We believe there's need for raising the standard of living in Englerston, empowerment of people in Englerston, and I believe that I can bring that at this time. I believe I can bring legislation that is going to empower the people of Englerston to make sure that the standard of living comes up higher so that they can come up as high as everyone else in the Bahamas. Well, the constituencies where there is running water, electricity, indoor plumbing, there are too many people in Englerston that are suffering that kind of fee.
Meantime, all contestants contesting that election in the Englerston seat are women. They include Heather McDonald for the Free National Movement, Faith Perseni for the Coalition of Independents, longtime MP